when a lookup fails in Excel, when Excel's lookup confuses you, and when index match eats up your time, that's when XLOOKUP comes to the rescue, a single formula in Excel that can replace all the others. In today's video, I'll explain XLOOKUP to you with 5 amazing, simple examples that will change your Excel world. So let's get started with the video. I'm Mubashir Ali and you're watching X. I'll put the link in the description. You can download it and practice along with me. We'll start with the basics of XLOOKUP, and using 5 examples, we'll focus only on the basic part. XLOOKUP is very powerful. It has replaced VLOOKUP, lookup, HLOOKUP, and index match. It can fetch data from any direction, right to left, left to right. VLOOKUP couldn't fetch data from the side, but XLOOKUP is designed to handle all kinds of tasks. Let's apply its function here. We'll write XLOOKUP, and as soon as we open the bracket, its syntax will appear. The first thing, as written in the syntax, is the lookup value. The lookup value is also shown in red here. This is our lookup value. Just like before, when we activate it, the next part is the lookup array. You can see the lookup array here. This is the place from where we need to find the value, where we need to search for it. This is the lookup array where we have to match the data. Then we'll put a comma, and after that comes the return array, which part we want to return, what we want as the output. Since I'm working on customer, I'm searching for the name, so this is the customer name, and its very next column is here, so I'll select that, close the bracket, and press enter. Now see, it has given the result. If I change the number above, the order ID number, then the name will also change accordingly. Now the next option is if not found. I'll show you how to use it here. Normally I write XLOOKUP, open the bracket, then add a comma, select the lookup array, then add another comma, and for the return array, which is the product name, I'll select the product name column. After that, I close the bracket and press enter. Now see, for P010, there is no order ID anywhere, so it has given an error. To avoid this error, XLOOKUP has an option called if not found. Where does it come? Before the last bracket, we add a comma, and the if not found option will be activated. Inside inverted commas, we can write any narration we want, like I'll write data not found, then close the inverted commas and the bracket. This time, instead of an error, the output will show the text I provided myself. This was the very basic part. Now let's move a bit towards the advanced part of XLOOKUP. In this part, we'll fetch all the data with a single click. How is that possible? It's possible when the value we want to search for is in the same position in our data as well. It has to be written down. Only then will it be valid. If the customer name was in a different place, the product name was somewhere else, and I had structured my sequence differently below, then XLOOKUP would have to search for it in a different way. We'll look at how to do that in the next video as well. This time, I will just feature all the data in a simple way. Here I will carefully type X, and in the parameters that have now opened up, there is the crucial lookup value, which I have precisely provided right here. After adding a comma and then pressing the return key, when it subsequently asked for the lookup array, I promptly provided the matching column and then meticulously selected it. After that, I added a comma, and in the previous example with return A, I used to select just one column. Now, since I absolutely need the comprehensive results for all the relevant columns, I will meticulously select all the necessary columns of the data, then carefully close the bracket, and finally press the enter key. By applying this powerful formula just a single time, all the various parts that were previously written ahead in this particular example have been automatically and efficiently fetched here, providing a complete and accurate output. Now, the third example of XLOOKUP is reverse lookup. In VLOOKUP, we can only fetch data from the right side of the value we are searching for. You can't fetch data from the left side, but XLOOKUP was created so that it can fetch data from any direction. All the features of HLOOKUP, index match, VLOOKUP, and DJet have been combined and provided to us in XLOOKUP. Here, we will write a simple XLOOKUP, and this will be our lookup value. After that, I put a comma. So where is the lookup array from which I want to match it? That is the customer ID. So I selected that, comma. Now, from where do I want to take the return array? I want to take it from the customer name, which is on its backside. So I selected that, closed the bracket, and pressed enter. So you see, it has also performed the reverse lookup. In the next example, we need to retrieve multiple records. Multiple records can be retrieved in two different ways. The first way is exactly what we did in the previous example. We typed the XLOOKUP function, provided the lookup value, then the lookup array, added a comma, and then the return array. I selected all the data and pressed enter, so it will also insert the values of the other columns from that same row. Now, if I copy and paste this formula downwards, the data will be flexed and appear there. The second way is that I delete this and instead I apply XLOOKUP here. For the lookup value, I select all these values, which are my values, add a comma, my lookup array is here, and my return array is here. I closed the bracket and pressed enter, so you can see it flexed and gave the data for one column. Now, as I drag this column forward, it automatically filled in the remaining parts of that row as well. I hope you have understood this well. Now, the last example is about transpose. When we fetch multiple records on X using transpose, the output data appears in the same row, spread across the columns. Now, we need to mold it in such a way that our data is fetched so that, for example, the customer name appears next to customer name, the customer ID appears next to customer ID, and so on, so that all the data comes in a single column. First, let's apply the XLOOKUP function to this. We applied the XLOOKUP function. Our lookup value is this, comma, our lookup array is this, and then I set the return array as this. When I close the bracket and press enter, you can see that the data is fetched in a single row. Now I want to do it in such a way that my data appears below in a single column. I'll double click this and type transpose here. Transpose converts data from vertical to horizontal and from horizontal to vertical. After typing transpose, I'll open a bracket, then go over here and close the bracket. After the XLOOKUP, I'll add another bracket. And as soon as I press enter, all the data will be fetched into a single column. I hope you liked all 5 of these examples. Please like, share, and subscribe to my video. Goodbye.